Hello, my name is Robert Martinez, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a graduated mask effect using PowerDirector 11 Ultimate. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you the effect that we're talking about. Here's a clip, and I'm going to double click on the clip here, and I'm going to go to mask, and I'm going to scroll down and pick one that I already made. I'm going to inverse it, and there's the graduated effect. It's kind of like a graduated neutral density filter type of effect. And I'm also going to show you how to add an extra pizzazz to this type of effect in a second. So here it is in motion. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I created that effect, that mask, and then how I added it to PowerDirector 11. So let me go over to Photoshop. And I'm going to hit File, New, and I'm creating a image 1920 by 1080, and I just want to make sure it's transparent. I'll hit OK, and then I'm going to go over here, make sure I got my gradient tool, and simply I'm going to go from up here and scroll, hold it with the mouse and then let go, and that created a gradient effect. I'm going to hit Control+I to inverse it, and there's the gradient effect. Of course, you can always, if you don't like that one, you can always just go back to New in your history, and then you can just try clicking on different lengths and stuff like that, and you'll get a different type of gradient length on there. You can also do some let's see, let me show you something else. You can also click on, for example, this type of gradient, and you can create kind of like a vignette type of effect. I don't like that one. Hang on, we go back to New, and depending how you click on it it'll create a circle, and then you can use that as a mask as well. Okay, so let me go back to this effect that I did here. Oh, gotta go back to pick this one. Okay, so there's our gradient effect. Control+I, and I inversed it. Now I'm gonna save it, and it's important to save it as a PNG so it preserves the transparency. And I'm going to save it in my mask folder that I have just for this. Now I'm just going to call it grad 1. The beauty about this too is that you can do a whole bunch of different types of filters, different types of graduations on there. So then you can pick whichever one is best for your movie, for your frame. So I'm going to hit save. Okay, so I'm going to close out of that. Well, actually I can leave it open. I'm going to go back to PowerDirector 11, and now I'm going to go back to my image. Now if you want to import that mask, so what I'm going to do, actually, let's just start from scratch. I'm going to delete that clip. I'm going to put this clip back in there without that effect. I'm going to double click on this image. I'm going to go to mask, and let's say here are the masks that we have now, but I want to bring in that other mask that I just did. You click on import, and then you look for the folder or wherever you have that that filter you just did. You click on it, hit open, and there it is. Now just right here hit inverse, and then now there's the filter we just made, and then you can alter the transparency here, and that's about it. So I'm gonna hit save. Now here's a little bit extra that you can add to this image, and I'll show you right now. You can actually add some color to the graduated effect. So we're gonna do here, let's say I want this here to have a little bit of a reddish tinge, for example. So I just go here on the color boards and look for something that might be appropriate, and I'll drag it into the timeline, and there it is. There's your reddish tinge, and then you stretch it to the length of the clip. So it'll play throughout, you know, however long you want the clip or scene to show this effect. And again, you can, if it's a little bit too much, you can just double click here, go to mask, and then just play with the transparency to bring it down a little bit more. Hit save, and there's the effect with the red tinge on top. Of course, you can also always have these type of effects on the bottom of your scene, depending on what you're shooting and what you're doing. So let me show you the effect with another type of different color filter, just for the fun of it. Let me try, I like this one here, gold. Well, maybe not, that looks a little bit too yellowish. But yeah, you can just have fun, and you can try all these different types of effects. This one gives it a kind of I like the way it looks. It gives it kind of a I don't know how to say it, kind of like a morning type of look, like a fresh beach look. So there you have it. Now, what if there's a color that you want but that's not on here? Well, there's also an option here where you can create a new color board based on whatever color you create. So just for the fun of it, let me just create one, and you know, let's see here. I'm just gonna create a really grungy gray color. Okay, I'm gonna add to custom colors, hit OK, and here's my board that I just created. So let me just delete that one and put that one here, and of course that one is pretty neutral, so you don't really see much of the effect. But yeah, so there you have it. You can create your own color boards here, any color you want that you need. Maybe you need a lighter red or a lighter, you know, or a darker red color, and you can just create it there, and that's it. So I hope you found this informative, and feel free to leave any comments or questions and suggestions, and feel free to like the video, and also don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.